Hello and welcome to week 7, in which we are doing module 7. This is our last week of the course, and as you can see, it is a light week, and we want you to reflect on what you did in the course, looking at the challenges that you had and what you learned in this course, how you are going to use it in the future, and any kind of mistakes that you have made and how you can overcome them and make use of these mistakes to avoid them in other courses or in the future of your work. As I mentioned, we will give you more time this week because you don't have a lab, you don't have lab work, so you mainly have the discussion and the quiz. So you'll have more time to reflect on what you did in the previous weeks and what you learned, what kind of knowledge you're going to use, what are the challenges, and how you are going to use that in the future. Two important things about this week I want to remind you about. The first one is that the late policy does not apply this week, meaning that you won't have more time to submit any activities after the deadline. So make sure that you submit on time. The other thing is that the quiz for this week carries more weight than previous weeks, so you are encouraged to do well and gain more points. That is about reflecting on your performance in the course. With regard to my reflections, I would say that it has been a pleasure to having you all in this course throughout the 6 or 7 weeks, and most of you did a good job, particularly in the lab and in the discussion. Some of you did very well in the discussion and were able to interact and be more proactive in the discussion by sending responses and by sharing experiences, by sharing more information and knowledge from different sources. So that is very much appreciated and very much encouraged. But as you have seen, some of you did not do well and did not make use of the rubrics and the guidelines for the discussion. So please make sure that you always follow what is required from you and use the rubrics as guidelines or as guide to help you be in the right track. With regard to the labs, most of you, as I can see, have benefited from the labs, and as you know that in the labs you are not always required to do the correct thing. You always have challenges, you always make mistakes, but the important thing is that you benefit or you make use of these mistakes and try to avoid them in the future. The important thing is that you learn the technology, you learn the methods, and you learn how to answer questions, you learn how to interpret results, you learn how to make comments, you learn how to submit notes related to the lab. And some of you did a very good job, excellent job in fact, and I made my comments on individual submissions. In the discussion, in fact, I benefited a lot from your input in the discussion because I don't know everything, of course, and sometimes you bring some details from references that I have not consulted. So it was very good, it was very interactive by some of you. So make sure that you always participate in the discussion and be part of the group. And so these are just my reflections for the course. And finally, I would like to say that it has been a pleasure to meeting you all, and I hope to see you in other courses. In addition to that, I want you to be successful in other courses, in the programs that you are following, and in your future careers. So have a good week and see you online.